Welcome to A Journey with Food, Body, and Life podcast, a show for self led women who are ready to step into their own transformation with food and body. I am Haneen, a certified eating psychology coach and a mom of two. I believe it's time for a deeper approach to our nutritional health, one that not only helps us heal with food and body, but also heal with our life. Join me each week for guidance on your journey so that together we'll find your way back to fully loving yourself. If you are tired of the mainstream approaches and you want to go deeper to heal with the root causes of your challenges like emotional eating, binge eating, body image issues, and you're ready to live in peace and freedom, then this is the perfect show for you. Hi there, and welcome to episode 3 of A Journey with Food, Body, and Life podcast. In this episode, I am opening your mind to a new perspective and way of perceiving your eating and body challenges in a way where whatever you are going through right now with food and body, there is a very big chance that it is not really related to food or your willpower. You know, there is so much deeper wisdom and lessons to your emotional eating, to binge eating, to body image issues, or really any other eating behavior that you might deem as bad or destructive, or let me just get rid of it, or why can't I get rid of it, you know? It sounds really simple, but for some reason, getting rid of that eating behavior is really hard. And I've been there myself for years and years, and I finally understood the whole game of food and body. All right, without further ado, let's dive in. All right, let me start with sharing with you a story that happened to me, an eating experience that happened to me during my second year of university. Or maybe it was my third year, I don't really remember. But one day I found myself immersed in a habit that created a lot of issues and chaos for me, psychologically, mentally, nutritionally, and physiologically. And just for context, I entered university after having my two daughters. So I would say I was maybe around 27 years old back then. And during that particular semester, my schedule was a little bit flexible. So I had Tuesdays and Thursdays off, and I went to university on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So here's what happened. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, the moments the door shuts after my daughters leave for school and my husband goes to his work, I immediately go to the kitchen, grab whatever snacks I find. I don't know, maybe if I find chocolates, biscuits, chips, cereal, breadsticks, and of course, always a coffee. I begin eating as I'm walking into the living room. I start immediately eating without actually sitting down. I would open my laptop and start watching Friends. I'm not sure if you are familiar with it. Friends is a well-known sitcom TV series that I used to watch. But anyways, I would watch one episode after the other, eating non-stop, feeling guilty and shameful, yet I couldn't stop neither the watching nor the eating. I binge ate as I binge watched, and I binge watched as I binge ate, and for hours nonstop. And the weird thing was that I neither enjoyed the watching nor I enjoyed the eating. It was a very out of the body experience for me where I felt out of control and I just couldn't stop, neither the watching nor the eating. And later in the evening, when my girls come home from school, I would promise myself that next time it will be different, that I will stop this habit, but I never was able to. You see, I didn't know back then that this was binge eating. I thought I was behaving this way because I was, I don't know, out of control or I had no willpower, that something was wrong with me. But it turned out I was seeking food and watching to escape my reality. I was exhausted from the hustle of raising my kids, of taking care of the house, and of committing to a full time university schedule. Honestly, I was burnt out. I wanted to release the stress, but the only way I knew back then was through this coping mechanism of binge eating and binge watching. And to add more to the equation, I was struggling with social anxiety. I was putting too much pressure on myself to perform in the different roles I was playing. I wanted to please everyone around me, and I wanted to be perceived as the super mom. You know, the one who got everything under control and knows what she's doing and that she's great and awesome and perfect at everything. But the reality was, I wasn't. I wasn't the super mom. I didn't have everything under control. But the thing is, no one saw me binge eat or binge watch. They didn't know about my secret. No one saw how struggling I was. And to add more to the confusion and the guilt, I was clinging on to the compliments and to the recognition. Well, my ego did, not my true self, but deep down, my inner self was trying to grab my attention through my binge eating and watching, through the physical pain that I was feeling in my body. My binge eating behavior was my message from my inner self to take care of myself, to let go of the perfection, and to let go of people's opinions of me, to also learn how to bring more mindfulness and peace into my being through different activities. The more I ignored and fought this eating challenge, the more severe it became because I was not tuning into my inner self and learning the lesson it was sending me through this eating behavior. Now, things then started to shift for me. During my last year of university, I committed to a self development program and I completed it all the way till the end. Till this day, I'm so proud of myself for committing. My binging decreased significantly. I was feeling empowered from the inside. I did the best that I could, and then I let go of what I couldn't control. Few years later, I reflected on the whole experience and understood, and finally understood, the root cause of my binge eating and why it stopped. It was because I sought change from the inside. I tuned into my inner self and tried my best to honor her needs instead of pressuring her, fighting her, and expecting her to be perfect. So, this is just one example of a million other scenarios where our inner self and our body are communicating with us through our eating and body challenges or behaviors. So, for example, if you are struggling with, let's say, weight issues, the weight is there for a reason. It might be protecting you from something, maybe from a memory of being abused or bullied, or maybe by putting on weight, your inner self was trying to protect you from grabbing the attention of people or the attention of the abuser. You might be struggling with, let's say, emotional eating or binge eating because you have this inner distorted belief that you are not good enough or that you are not worthy of love and life. You might be stuffing yourself with food because you believe you are worthless. You might be struggling with food control because you believe you are not going to find your true love unless you drop the weight. It's like your dream partner is going to fall in love with you only when you are skinny and you are in control of your eating. You might be struggling with body image issues as an entrepreneur or an online coach because deep down you believe only a skinny or attractive person can be successful. Through your body image issue, your inner self is directing your attention Not to alter and change your body, but to detach from this belief that you need to be different in order to be acceptable, magnetic, and attract your ideal client. And sometimes the message is really simple. It doesn't have to be all of what I just mentioned. For example, through craving lots of sugar, your body might be telling you that you are lacking proper nutrition during the day. It simply needs fuel, and the fastest way to get that fuel and energy is via sugars and carbs. So, the reasons can be nutritionally related, psychologically, mentally, or that something that has to do with a limiting belief about yourself and life. It can be related to your past experiences and how you were raised up. It can be due to an unresolved trauma. It can also be related to a dysfunctional relationship you are stuck in. Or maybe you are not truly living the life of your dreams. You are walking down the path of a different person, and this path doesn't align with your purpose in life, your mission and vision of how you want to optimally live your life, and so much more. There are so much more different scenarios for why your body image issues, your eating challenges, your eating behavior is there. There is so much more to this, and each one of us has a very unique reason or reasons for having these eating and food challenges. What you have to do here is not to fight the challenge, but take some time to reflect on why it is here from the first place. When did it all start? What is your inner self and body trying to tell you through that eating and body challenge? I'll leave you with this. Our eating experiences are truly our greatest teacher. This is what we believe in eating psychology. Our eating experiences and challenges, they're not the enemy. They hold the most sacred messages and lessons from our internal world. The thing is, you can fight it all you want, but nothing will change until you embrace it and start working with it to heal instead of working against it to escape. All right, you guys, that's it for today. I wish you a blessed journey with your food and body. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week.